6:45, your top headlines this Thursday in your Sunrise Smart Start. And that big sudden change from the State Department of Health. It is now in the process of officially repealing the COVID vaccine mandate for healthcare workers. This has led to so many protests. State health officials made the announcement yesterday saying the regulation awaits final official approval, but for the time being, it's just no longer going to be enforced. It's gone. The state was already appealing a lower court's ruling to invalidate the mandate. That ruling was temporarily blocked. That kept the rule in effect. And then in court yesterday, an attorney for New York declared the mandate would be done with at the state level, so the appeal is moot. Individual facilities could still require the vaccine if they choose to do so. A man arrested accused of crashing into an RPD cruiser multiple times while driving drunk. This was around 6 last night in the middle of traffic on Culver Road near University. Police say 2 officers were there in their cruiser when the car behind them ran into the back bumper. When officers got out of the car to speak to the driver, they say he backed up and drove forward again, hitting the patrol car a second time. There was minor damage to it. No one was injured. The 69-year-old is charged with DWI. The sheriff's office is still investigating that murder-suicide in Clarkston this week. Deputies responded to a call for a welfare check at a house on Sweden Walker Road Monday afternoon. When they got there, they found the 2 victims dead in the garage. A married couple in their 50s. Their identities are not being released. Police have identified the victim found dead inside a burning house in Rochester over the weekend as Lysandra Bagley. The 37-year-old's body was discovered after the fire at her home on Garson Avenue Sunday evening. The medical examiner has completed the autopsy, but they have not yet determined the official cause of death. County Executive Adam Bello is shedding some light on his new executive order, stopping hotels and shelters here from entering into new contracts to offer emergency shelter options for asylum seekers. That's until a housing plan is submitted to and approved by the county. Bello says the migrant crisis for him is clear. That's something caused by the federal government, affecting communities all over the U.S. He says what drove the order here is having a plan to respond to the situation created by Washington. What he does not want to see is buses suddenly showing up with these people, dropping them off into a place where there's been no communication ahead of time and no support systems in place. He says this is not fair to the community or those seeking asylum. Microsoft says it has uncovered stealthy and targeted malicious activity by China attacking U.S. infrastructure. A local cybersecurity expert we heard from says since 2021, there's been major Chinese state-sponsored infiltration into critical systems all over the nation. This really pertains to telecommunications groups, electric, oil, and gas. They add anytime something is plugged into the internet, it could be at risk. And this kind of meddling can cause all sorts of chaos. Memorial Day weekend marks remembrance for all those who've died serving this country, and there will be ceremonies in towns and cities. It also marks the beginning of the 100 deadliest days for teen drivers. Every year between Memorial Day and Labor Day, deadly crashes involving teens spike dramatically. Half of crashes involving young drivers list speed as a cause. State troopers are reminding everyone you have to wear a seatbelt here in New York at all times. And these tips may not only save you money in potential tickets, but worst case, it could save your life as well. Greece Athena High School is launching a new partnership with a national mental health platform to give students and staff direct access to support services. It's through an app called Counselor, and it connects the school community to free professional services from licensed mental health professionals off campus.
A lot of electronic blast outs in the form of...
Many families have shared, the waiting lists and the time periods and the stigma that still surrounds mental health that we hope to eliminate by just, again, having a download, a confidentiality statement signed, and then they're able to log on whenever they want to.
Cell phones are banned now in Greece schools following a policy enacted last year. District leaders say Counselor can be used privately on personal time. The principal at Athena says confidentiality was crucial in deciding to bring the app on board, and the district hopes to roll this out to other schools in the future. Local vets are encouraging pet owners to take preventative measures to keep dogs healthy in our region. A highly contagious disease called parvo is spiking in major urban areas. The disease mainly affects unvaccinated puppies, but can also hurt adult dogs unvaccinated. Signs that your pet needs care includes a lack of appetite, depression, being lethargic, or having an upset stomach. It is that time of year once again. Rochester City leaders gathering together to share some ways you can keep your kids busy over their summer break. Of course, time off from school can be a good time, but it can also give kids too much free time and they could end up in trouble. They're trying to stop that this year with a whole slate of summer programs. Our centers are offering a variety of free activities like fishing and hiking, plus sessions with licensed therapists.
Our programs and camps increase kids' confidence, offset summer learning loss, and teach stress management and nonviolent coping skills.
If outdoor activities aren't your thing, the city's art centers also have academic programs, including a reading club. These opportunities not just limited for the kiddos. The city is also running sports programs, classes on self-defense, and educational lessons for adults as well. Sunrise traffic here at 6:50. That big issue we're watching right now is the crash with the right lane blocked on the Veterans Memorial Bridge. So that's 104 crossing over the river in the northwest side of town. We'll keep an eye on that. Main expressways, they're okay. We'll check your sunrise traffic again as you stay with us during CBS Mornings at 7:25. A lot of financial support is on the way for emergency service providers here around Monroe County. The county has been picked to receive $4.2 million in funds from the American Rescue Plan Act. That money would allow ambulance services to pay new EMT candidates to attend a course and cover related educational costs that will help try to bolster the workforce.
Paying candidates to attend an EMS certification course and supporting their professional advancement improves our opportunity for recruitment and retention and creates essential parity with our professional partners in law enforcement and the fire service.
The money would also go to current EMTs looking to advance their careers and become paramedics. Pittsford Ambulance is the group spearheading the program. 4,000 employees from nearly 200 different companies are competing in the 31st annual J.P. Morgan Corporate Challenge. Jatira Marsh joins us live now from the finish line at Innovative Field. Jatira.
Brennan, I am here to talk about the J.P. Morgan Corporate Challenge with Casey Fitzgerald and Sean Megan. How are you guys this morning?
Doing fantastic. Just getting excited for the race. We're about 12 hours away from the start.
What's this race about?
It's really about bringing the community together, corporate fitness. We have a beneficiary of the Rochester Area Community Foundation, which we give a donation to on behalf of the Corporate Challenge.
And what can people expect at this race?
Just a lot of excitement. Everybody's really excited. There's going to be food and drinks inside the venue afterwards. I think maybe some fireworks. You know, I know we got a couple of dozen people at Innovative folks are just super pumped up, ready to go, and excited to participate.
Now, is this a competitive thing? Is this for real runners, or can anybody join?
There's a competitive portion of it. There are some elite runners, but there's also walkers, joggers. It's really about, you know, bringing your workforce together out into the community and having a great night.
I understand there's like a new element from last year regarding winners. Could you tell me about that?
Yeah, every year there's a champions race where the top male and female team are brought to a champions race with the winners of the other races. It's part of a 15-city, 8-country race worldwide, so we're really excited to have one of them here in Rochester, and again, looking forward to a great night. The weather looks perfect, a little chilly this morning, but I think it's going to be great for the race.
Awesome. And what time does this take place?
7 o'clock start time, so get there probably around 6 o'clock.
All right.
Yeah. All parking and road closures on jpmchasecc.com. So you can go there for details.
Thank you so much. I'm going to toss it back to you, Brennan, live in Rochester. Jatira Marsh, News 8.
All right, Jatira, thank you. She's in the fleece. Other guy's in the vest.
Yeah.
A little cool out there for the bus stop.
Yeah, cold start to this morning if you're spending any time outside, and even a cold finish out there as well. Bus stop forecast sunrise came up over an hour ago, 5:38. Numbers in the upper 30s, but finishing into the 50s this afternoon, which is always nice. We'll finally see some temperatures climb as we get later in the week. Let's dive into the 8-day forecast here. So tomorrow night and then tomorrow morning, we're going to deal with another cold start to 30s again, I think. So we have a frost advisory that should be expiring momentarily for Wyoming County. We'll probably deal with it again tomorrow morning. Then mid-60s Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're in the 70s there. And then finally by Memorial Day, we get to 80 degrees. Opening pools this weekend. I'm sure that water temperature is still on the chilly side.
You know, whenever we hit this weekend every year, usually there may be one day or so where you got to deal with like a summer-like afternoon with a chance of storms. Just perfect out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, even the extended, and that's getting into June already.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have the PGA Championship this weekend.
Would have. no deluge for that Saturday. Yeah,
right.
A lot of fun. But
they still pulled it off.
Yeah. Weather will be good this weekend.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have here at Sunrise this Thursday. CBS Mornings coming your way next.